Hi, my name is Cynthia Jane Treviño. I'm an artist and art educator from San Antonio, and this is Una Plática. I got inspired to become an artist at a very young age. My art teachers and my music teachers really inspired me, especially my elementary art teacher, Miss Angel. So she is definitely one of the people that got me interested in art, and I knew from a very young age that I wanted to teach art and that it would always be a part of my life. Yes, I was born here in San Antonio, born and raised. I lived in other parts of the US and have lived abroad, but I always come back home to San Antonio. My favorite thing about San Antonio and the art scene here in San Antonio is that it's very close-knit, but it's also, there's always something new. I feel like when I go to art shows or I go to events, I always see somebody I know, but then I see all this new work, or I meet new people, so it's ever evolving, and I feel like, I don't know, it's a little bit of home. It feels very based on like things that I've seen as I've grown up, and then I see new things that inspire me to just keep going. Yes, Centro Aztlan has been really a great resource for me. I actually had a two-person show that I was involved in back in 2020, right before the pandemic, with a friend of mine, Dolores Godinez. And it was really great opportunity because I learned how to present my art, I learned how to sell my art, and I had a lot of friends and family that joined us, and it just felt really great to be part of this community event. I think my favorite program is the Dia de los Muertos event. I was able to show work too at that one, and it was just incredible because I really love Dia de los Muertos. I've been to Mexico, a few times during Dia de los Muertos, and then of course I've celebrated it here in San Antonio. And so just being able to make art about something that's so special to our culture here in San Antonio, but also for me to celebrate my family history, it just felt very, the community and the whole event was just very exciting. For me, I feel like my art is a way to tell my story, express who I am. And so one thing that I've always made art about is my family history, my ancestry. But more recently, I've been able to create art that's very healing, very therapeutic for me. And so I want to be able to share that with others. I'm kind of still in the process of it. But one of the things that I've been focusing on is infertility issues. And I feel like if I'm able to tell my story through my art, I think it could help others who are experiencing infertility, and also inspire other women who are going through, a similar issue or something similar in their lives. My advice is don't be afraid to show your art. I know sometimes I get imposter syndrome and I feel like my art is not good enough, or I see other artists out there doing all these great things, and I start to feel like, oh, I'm not showing my art enough. But once you get out there and you start to meet other artists, you start to sell your work, it's just very inspiring. It's very empowering to be a part of that art community. So I work primarily with cyanotype process, which is an alternative photographic process that uses, kind of creates like a blueprint And I brought a couple examples of my work that show the cyanotype process. And this one here is an example of work that I've created using old family photos. I like to use images of my ancestors a lot in my work. And with this one, I overlaid text, which is text from like some documents that I found in my family history from the US Census that showed like when my ancestors crossed the border. And so there's text that I kind of blew up, and it says Mexico, and then it says Texas, and it kind of repeats. And kind of for me helped represent, you know, how I identify. Yes, I'm born in the United States, I'm from Texas, I'm from San Antonio, I'm third generation, like my, you know, immediate family members are all here in Texas, but my ancestors are from Mexico. And so, you know, that's important to me to kind of explore that in my work. And then I brought another one, which is, these are cyanotypes on fabric. So this is a piece of fabric that's been coated with the cyanotype chemicals, and then I print my images on this fabric. And this is my great-grandmother, Crescencia. And for me, this work really represents my love of nature. So I included some leaves and kind of like a spacey galaxy background with stars. And I just always associate space and stars and celestial type imagery with my ancestors. So that's why I chose to show this work.